get me something.
So
By the time he
Gift.
comes back, we would have eaten all
I
the
am
food.
asleep.
So he after you guys eat for like a while, he comes wandering back
No, I'm
into the
not
room.
asleep. I want to hear
Okay.
what he has to say.
And he's carrying like a book in his arm, which he was carrying before. And he goes, so yeah, how's the food?
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Good. Well, yeah. Feel free to use the cots however you like. If you want to, when you're ready, just head back that way and deal with the interloper. He seems to be holed up in his little book fort right now, so I wouldn't worry
Can you
about
tell us anything more about this interloper?
it. No, he's been eating boiled leather bindings for the past couple of weeks, so he's not looking too hot.
Last couple of weeks, he must be very weak.
The library doesn't stop him from destroying the books and eating them?
Yeah, they're a bit more substantial than that. It also along that line. I think he also knows a food creation spell. I don't know. It could be. Maybe he picked it up somewhere. Maybe he brought something with him.
You should devour him for his knowledge.
He's subsisting somehow. Anyway, get a good rest, have a nice sleep, and please deal with this guy. He's causing us a major headache. And he like thumbs a page in the book. He's like, oh no, oops! And he throws the book down and it opens up to this page. Like, oh, clumsy me!
Oh, let me get that for you.
No. I suggest that you carefully examine it before you fix it. You wouldn't want to damage the book in any way.
Oh no, of course. I want to make sure to close it.
these guys.
Very, very
slowly,
carefully, so I don't crease any.
But don't
pages.
touch it. Don't touch it.
Of course not.
Why can't? Wait, I can't touch it.
No,
And he looks at
Because
you
if you
goes,
touch it, it will be like you've
you've taken the book.
Oh, I see.
and he goes, anyway.
Gonna
If you're interested about seeing everything,
I'm poring over this.
take a look at what's on those pages. You can't read, but there's pictures. And he turns around and goes,
I'm copying down everything
I'm
I can
in so
discern.
much trouble for this. And he turns around and walks.
Yeah,
off.
we gather around the book and look intently at all the pictures.
What
so
does it
inside this book, it seems to be a holy text of some kind, and it's open, and it's got the whole Book of the Kells style writing in it.
Ooh, is it an org chart?
Yeah. What? Wait, say it again.
An org chart.
No.
An organizational chart.
Oh no.
Oh.
IO, the natural subsecretary.
Oh no. It's got the cool medieval lettering that you can't read, and then pictures in spaces.
Sure.
So as you look down, you can't read the lettering, but you do see 4 separate pictures. One of the pictures is of a massive worm, just like a gigantic worm with multiple eyes on top of its head.
Oh, I know that one.
Multiple eyes on top of its head. And then in the next picture, you see these 2 warriors dressed in finery, and they're charging forward at this worm. And the next picture, you see them holding up this eye above themselves, like a singular eye. And then in the next picture, you see them fighting each other over the eye.
Is the worm red?
Red?
Yeah.
In reference to what? I'm wondering what you're trying to discern.
The worm that.
Remember, every time he has a vision, there's red ants and black
red
ants?
ants and black ants? No, it's not like that.
So
it's it's a purplish
So there's
color.
the worm,
Oh,
there's
okay,
people
it's a
attacking the
purple
worm.
Does the worm look like the worm that was summoned by the Azazek's shard?
Looks pretty similar.
Got it.
Does
And the
the
2 fighting over it.
Does
Okay.
the eye that they're holding up look like it was one of the eyes of the worm based
Yeah.
in perspective?
Probably.
And the
Oh.
what is it? Vestigial Keepers of Laur?
Yeah,
Okay.
Does it look like a Netro eye?
kind of.
Oh.
What?
So Netro's not even a godling. He's a vestige of this worm deity.
Oh no. It's 2 warriors fought and got some power over it, and one of them managed to get the eye.
And become a
became
sub-deity of some
demigod.
kind.
Yeah.
Wow. Which means if we can get the other eyeballs, we could be also like unto gods.
How
So,
did he become a god of wisdom?
Nick, how does Jovan feel about this? What does this do to Jovan's idea of Netro?
We're all verbalizing our speculations
This
as we're
doesn't
looking
make
at the
any
graphic novel.
sense. What does wisdom have to do with them fighting over the worm?
Well,
Okay, so
Do we-
so Jovan
But-
doesn't understand. He doesn't care.
so here's the other thing.
I don't understand.
As a cleric, does he know something about the formation of theology? Based on what we know of the gods, because I'm guessing that
Because I was
you
taught
know
like
that there
in
are
my
other
church
gods,
that
right?
like he's one of the pantheon, like
Yep.
he represents
So-
wisdom.
Yep, you were taught that Netro was the god of wisdom.
right.
Yeah,
so
and that there are gods of many facets.
That he's the
of
god
life.
of revealing and like showing things and explaining.
right. So you know how different religious systems have different ideas. Like in some cases, humans rise up to become gods. In other
Yep.
cases, the gods have always existed.
Yep.
And then in some cases, they have templates that are like offices that
Yep.
get switched back and forth.
Mhm.
Does Joven's understanding of his god and his pantheon give him an idea or context for this?
All of those systems that you mentioned exist in Norir in some capacity.
Right.
People just don't understand. As far as how you understand theology, you think that every single god represents either a concept, an ideal, or something along the lines of like a thing. So like Netro is the god of wisdom, right?
Mhm.
Like Parallax you assume would be the god of order, although you recent in
Yeah,
fights
I don't
might
know
suggest
what,
something else. Like Grathar is a god of lightning, or like illumination.
Hmm.
So is there a place in his theology where a person elevates? Like, does Joven think that if he follows with sufficient devotion, that he may someday be invited to become a member of the pantheon?
I'm guessing that followers of Netro probably just think that the end all be all following Netro is that you achieve ultimate wisdom and can understand everything.
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
basically like
Yeah.
Nirvana.
Yeah, exactly. That's
All
what
right.
he thinks.
Okay, so that's
Okay.
the reason to follow him. Now, does your readings, your teachings have an origin for Netra? Was he just always a being? Or
When
did it
I-
have a story of like
when man was like becoming like sentient
Civilized.
Yeah.
and
Oh, okay.
civilized, like Netro gave them wisdom,
Oh, okay.
and with that they were able to
Oh,
discern what
so-
actions are right,
Okay, so-
what is just.
so in your theology, man existed and then different gods gifted upon them different aspects of being whole. Netro gave them wisdom.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah,
I don't know.
that's
another-
why there's a pantheon.
Yeah, another god gave them, I don't know, ingenuity. Another god gave them anger,
Mhm.
etc.,
Right.
etc.
And clerics are those who see one aspect as more important than the
wish
others
to
and choose to
fill
choose to
themselves
follow
solely
Yes.
with that one
that
thing
aspect.
instead of everything. as a
and
whole.
wish to like, and also believes that people don't properly value that aspect,
Okay.
that wisdom, and wants to spread like wisdom among the people, like
That's the way
So-
Joven sees it.
So
Yeah,
Other
as,
clerics will
as,
see it differently.
as Netro gave wisdom unto man originally, it
Mm.
is the job of the cleric to give wisdom unto others.
yes.
But I think the key part of the story is that in your theology, Netro was there at the onset of the development of humanity as we understand it.
Yep.
As all the gods
So
are.
okay.
Yeah.
So is there a story of like a proto existence where the gods themselves were part of a civilization?
Yeah,
Definitely
like
not.
yeah.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
not- you never
before
heard-
people.
The gods were there. They've always been there.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So
'Cause-
this picture confuses you.
Yeah.
Because it clashes with your ideas of faith.
Well,
If by dropping the book he's suggesting that Netro is involved with this, it'd almost be a heresy.
So it would be, well, okay. There's
Because
a picture
he's-
of a worm.
Mm-hmm.
There's a picture of people fighting the worm.
Yep, two people fighting the war.
Two people fighting the worm.
The next picture is them holding up an eye,
Yeah.
and then the next picture, obviously an eye, obviously from the worm, and then the next
Mhm.
picture is of them fighting over the eye. And by the way, I should describe again the eyes on the worm. There's a whole bunch of different little eyes, and then
Mhm.
one huge central eye in the center. And that's
Oh, so
obviously
this
the
is
eye
that
of
one
Taken.
central
Yes.
eye. Okay.
Oh,
And it looks like the natural
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so it seems like wisdom was part of a bigger beast of a thing, or knowledge, or whatever this eye represents. Two people fought to take it for themselves, and they were unable to share it, and they started infighting, and one of them got the eye.
Yeah,
and
but,
then
like,
that
maybe-
one that
maybe
got
this
the
was,
eye
like-
became Netro.
Maybe no. What it looks like to me is like this was like Netro's worm, like a worm of Netro,
Oh,
like
okay.
like his divine beast.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
and they slayed his divine beast and took wisdom.
He lost his powers.
Oh, so
partially from it, maybe?
your interpretation of the picture is that these two guys aren't. One of them doesn't eventually become Netro.
One of them,
Your vision is that these are bad guys, that were
Yeah,
enemies
one of
Netro.
them has taken like the power from one of Netro's divine like beings.
So how
Like
do you
they slayed a holy creature.
sure? How do you
From the realm of
respond
the
to the
gods.
idea that
That's heretical.
all right,
You
'Cause-
shouldn't do that.
all right? How do you respond to the
Who were these
theory
guys?
that Merek and Dadriel come up with, which is one of these two guys is actually the guy who becomes Netro?
Well, humans can't become gods. That doesn't make any sense. Gods always were gods, and they are of a entirely different creation.
Question:
That's actually not
What is
how
a god?
See, I always thought that
It's a
the
being.
gods were just humans that rose to
I just see it as a
Divinity.
being who has immense power.
That's what
And is
God
able to
seemed to
channel-
instill in you.
right. Like so, that's what I always believe. So when I
No,
convert to
gods are
Netro-
beings in the godly realm, and we can contact them
Well, I
through
mean-
prayer
Gods are being from a realm, and they are able to
from the
push
realm
through
of the
power.
gods.
So
Yes.
then,
See,
And they
Merrick's
can-
taking this
and
from the
they can
wizard standpoint,
pass-
which is like, it's just like patrons.
yeah,
Like,
I know.
patrons
It
can
was
be
just
from
being
anywhere.
like,
and
yeah,
Jovan's
it's just like a demon.
No, it's the godly realm specifically.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like, I
patrons
mean-
can be from everywhere, and the gods are from a specific place.
Right.
And
It's
I'm
just-
right in the middle. I
Yeah.
come from that background where I believe there are these gods in the godly realm, but they get there by being amazingly awesome humans. And I'm thinking, hey, someday I'll get to level 10 and I'll steal enough things
I mean-
that I will become a god unto myself.
Well,
Theoretically,
I mean, I don't recognize any of the other symbols on the worm. It doesn't look like the worm is a conglomeration of other things,
No,
does
definitely
it?
not.
no.
Yeah. So then, yeah.
Simply, what you're doing is you have a being with immense power. You're creating a channel through prayer, a small portal that only lets power through, which you become the conduit.
Another idea is that the worm is the method by which people were granted wisdom from Netro.
Could be.
Netro
Okay,
gave
question.
people.
That would almost agree with the Lauer theology, where the worms are directly inserted into you to grant you things you couldn't see before.
and maybe that would grant some sort of or more.
Now, question: this worm looks a lot like the worm summoned by the Shard of Azazex.
Azazek's the wizard.
No. One of his shards off the port.
Do you remember when that huge worm jumped out of the sea?
Yeah, I remember that.
It looks.
Azazex was the wizard who was trapped in
Yes.
the intensive frame.
Yeah. And one of his shards worshipped something, I don't know what, but he was able to summon a giant purple worm.
But the worm
that
didn't
with
have a Netro eye like
it
this.
had multiple eyes.
It did.
But they didn't have like
It didn't have a central. eye.
clearly. Yeah,
Well,
it wasn't a. Maybe it could have been.
Yeah,
Maybe it was the same type
so
of worm
that
that was
worm-
bestowed wisdom from which the humans took it, and
That-
that's how they were. That's how they claimed wisdom for themselves.
So just to clarify, it's obvious because you got up close and personal with that thing. That worm that you fought
Mhm.
and this worm are definitely related. Like, if not the same worm, they're definitely similar.
So a worm from the godly realm, like Netro's.
Certainly, yes.
Was the worm you fought missing a big central eye? Like it
No.
looks like there was a
It's
star
certainly
there?
No, see, Netro granted it.
I disagree from which realm that worm comes from.
So I have a question for you
Yeah.
now that I'm a follower of Netro. Does Netro have a brother?
Not that I know of.
No, not that you know of.
Well, no,
well,
I mean,
in
he
terms
doesn't have
of-
a brother Chaos or a brother like
Well, according
what
to
would,
what
would
we
the brother of Netro be? Somebody who tries
the
to
opposite of wisdom.
obscure wisdom and keep secrets?
Well,
That
wisdom,
would make sense,
wisdom,
wouldn't it?
wisdom,
It
and
would.
secrets
Someone,
aren't opposite. Wisdom and like rash.
That's true. Rashness would make more
Rashness.
sense. But you've never heard anything in Netro's theology of him having a brother.
wouldn't
How about a mortal enemy?
Could be a mortal enemy.
He
Like,
does have more.
Does
enemies.
Netro have a mortal enemy? Like
Lauer-
this?
Chaos.
You guys know
Lauer.
that Lauer is actually one of Netro's mortal enemies.
Yes.
The Keepers express distaste for having to deal with
And-
the follower of Netro.
and Netro did give a vision to
Yeah,
Nick
to destroy
to
keepers.
destroy the followers of Lower.
Are there depictions of the gods in icon form?
The only icon of Netro is the triangle with the eye.
Okay, so there aren't any pictures of.
Oh,
like,
icon
these-
form. Yes, no.
Okay.
No. The only god that ever has had that is Io, and that's he's depicted as a beautiful humanoid with two outstretched hands and two heads.
Okay.
It's interesting that no one has ever tried to bring all these gods together and form and see the whole picture of all the deities.
Well, I
it
mean,
seems to be that they're just in
technically,
like small, isolated
Merek
locations.
realizes that might be what's happening with Lear right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
See,
basically,
this is
people
why
people
Christianity
learn
is
about
superior to
their
all the religions because we got everyone together at the beginning and had a painting made.
people.
It's like-
People learn about their own gods. They
Right.
don't learn about like all the other gods because
It's interesting that no one studied all the other gods.
Oh, there may be a variety of people who know everything about the other gods, but again, this world, the whole point of this world is that information is scarce.
That's true. And it's also wizard specialized, and that's not my specialty.
Yeah.
So Jovan is very against this whole idea that this dude is natural.
I mean,
I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
he believes it's a godly being. The worm is a godly being that Nestor bestowed wisdom upon.
Godly.
So then
I
who-
disagree
or-
with that
yeah.
theory, but
Well, I mean,
whatever.
there's no reason not to believe that.
well, I mean,
That doesn't make any sense.
All right. No, that's fine.
At some
Let's not
point-
argue. Let's not argue.
At some point, Dadrio concludes that Merek and Jovan have much more training in this field
Mhm.
and decides it's time to go to bed.
Okay.
Yep, it's rest.
You guys
Is
wanna
there
discuss
more
it?
food if we wanted seconds?
No.
All right.
Were we only given food to stay the one night?
Yeah.
Oh,
So while they are continuing their theological discussion, Dadrio has lost interest.
Okay. And you'll wander
it
over
gets to the point where I've reached a brick wall.
where you're just like,
I don't.
I've reached the point where it's the wall of faith, and if I break it down, I break down his
No,
faith.
what-
And I'm not going to touch it.
What
would
are you?
assume-
What do you like? Possibly disagree with?
Everything.
no. So I would assume either Merek gets to a point where he realizes what he's going to say is going to make Jovan incredibly mad.
Yeah,
And he's too
yeah.
cowardly to spit it out.
Yes.
And he's just like, I'll drop it. I leave.
It's fine.
Unless the
Unless
conversation,
Jovan pushes the issue.
unless the conversation steers towards like calculus and astrophysics,
Yeah.
Dadrio's gonna not pay any
There
more
you go.
attention. So
Oh, it could go that direction once I talk about portals and
yeah, if it goes there, then
Planes of
I'll pay
existence.
attention because
The
then it's something I
theories
know
that I
something
have-
about.
things I've been studying.
If anyone mentions integration by parts, Dadrio's like all over it. He's like- so otherwise, I presume eventually they also get tired and go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Yes.
Yeah.
which now brings us to the point of where we haven't had this happen for so long. How does like healing work overnight?
You heal a number of hit points equal to your level.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I ever
Alright.
healed.
Your
But-
disapproval rating resets. Your spells come back.
Yes.
And in this case, we would normally roll for your curse mark, but that seems to not be affecting you currently.
Darn. Hey, can I get Jovan to heal me before I go to bed? Because I'm down 9 hit points, and
Oh yeah,
I will
I'll
only
heal
heal
you.
5 more.
Give
So
it a
this
shot.
is at my
Roll a d16.
To see if you can heal before I go to sleep.
D16. Yes, sir. So that's 13 plus 6 is 19,
Same alignment.
which, yeah, 3 dice.
Oh, okay.
Surprisingly, normally you would have to make a luck roll to avoid getting disapproval for
Oh,
this
yeah.
because of the curse mark, but
Yeah.
it doesn't apply right now.
That's not
Oh yeah,
surprising.
I'm gonna go ahead and
He doesn't have the curse mark.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and try remove curse
I'm
on
fine.
Daedriel.
On Daedriel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. You have
Again,
to move first now.
19.
What does that do?
I just
Let me look
took
up.
that spell, so
Let me
19, that should be good.
curse.
should at least like.
Ooh,
So
new spell.
is-
New spell.
Is Daedriel accepting of this, knowing Joven's intent,
Hold on. Let me
Well,
heal
no,
you.
I would-
or are you
Like-
faking it?
He would just squeeze
If,
it into
if you
the healing.
if you
Yeah.
don't want remove curse,
Do I know you're casting Remove Curse, or is it just part of the whole...
Yeah.
Are you doing it surreptitiously or obviously?
I'll do it sneakily
Okay. So 19.
because I don't think Daedriel makes decisions in his best interest.
Give
a
me
lot of the
a.
time.
Do you care if he does it? Because if you do, you can give me an intelligence check to see if you realize it.
I don't know too much about this process at all.
Okay.
I'm kind of like ambivalent. I just think he's healing me.
Okay, cool.
Look, and in the spirit of like getting to heal you in the future, I don't want to take curse checks.
He's also the Cleric of Jovan that converted me to Netral. So I'm like, yeah, he doesn't look like he's going to stab me through the heart and take away my super cool curse mark.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I think my curse mark is gone already anyway, so I don't have any context for it. And because I don't know Cleric powers, I can't tell that his chant is different than it used to be.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so
However, if I have to resist because Keith is inside of me going, no, I'll be happy to roll.
actually, that's in the spell. So a number of cursed individuals or objects equal to the cleric's caster level are allowed to make a saving throw
Oh.
to escape the effects of a minor curse. If only a single cursed object or creature or object is targeted, they gain a bonus to their saving throw equal to the caster level.
Wow,
You're
that's
only
5.
targeting Daedriel,
Why are you
right?
targeting Daedriel?
So give me a will save at +5 as long as any other modifiers your character normally gets.
All right. 15.
So this green light goes in a pulse and goes out over Daedriel.
Ooh, that's a
And-
good sign.
And as it pulses over him, it pulses over his hand where the curse mark normally is. And you can see that there are these kinds of chains that are connected to him, like these golden chains that are wrapped around him. And they light up as the golden light goes over him.
Mhm.
And the chains seem to reach off far into the shadowy depths of the library. Like far, far and away as if it's attached to something else. And you feel this like... And then there's this like wailing noise as something chugs on the chains, and then and this like ghost wind spirit thing comes sailing down the chains, like a black flame that goes coursing down the chains.
Whoa.
And it goes and it speeds down the chains, and its mouth like opens up, and it has like these gleaming golden fangs as it goes speeding for your hand. And then a second green wave goes out, and it goes and just blows the chains and the creature up, just like and
Yes.
and disperses them into the ether. And just,
Is this visible only to Jovan?
no,
or
you
to
all see it. It just and it wipes away the chains and the black flame creature and everything, and then it's gone, and the hand like is just clear, and then the pulse dissipates. You feel like
What was that? That wasn't healing. I've never seen that before.
crazily enough, Daedriel's face is back to normal.
Wait, what?
Whoa!
Snake face is gone.
Oh no! I
More
like
Snake
Snake
Face.
Face. Wait,
I did it.
what did you do? Wait, do I feel my nose back?
Everything reverts back to your normal human form.
Oh no!
Netro has healed you, Daedriel. He's restored you.
I'm gonna keep the look though. I like this look.
Whatever you wish.
You got the veil.
Wow. Do I get more charisma back?
Now,
I guess
now I
I
can
know.
heal you properly from now on.
Praise natural.
There you go. All
I
right.
was like,
So do you guys rest then? Okay. You guys take a rest and
are the chains? Were chains anything like the chains that tied me to gears?
you know, they were kind of similar.
Okay.
Not quite the same.
But it's not like I broke your connection to gears.
Yeah. Do we have contact with
Oh,
our
yeah.
familiars?
So you have
What-
Gears is gone.
Gears is never.
You-
Gears
you-
never comes with me anywhere
You
for
don't-
some reason.
This is the
can't-
problem with having a familiar that is never around.
Yeah.
He's never around.
You can't reach gears, and you
Mhm.
couldn't reach gears even when you were in the other dimension.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you assume it's like because you're
See, we have our
Across dimensions.
friends.
Because you
Our,
keep
like-
your familiar in your
Yeah,
pocket,
but
and
we're
his
not-
familiar, we can't get rid of it.
Yeah, but
Whereas,
His
like,
Percival's with us.
Yeah, of course
Okay.
he is.
yeah, but yeah, Freyna and Percival are both they're totally there. You can like
Cool. You can
Yeah.
talk to him. And...
Hang
There's-
out.
Because your familiar pretty much
Things
lives in
have
your
fun.
pocket, whereas his
Yeah.
familiar is like it's always underfoot.
Well, I mean,
But
now
yours
that
is-
we're just like hanging out, she's up flying around and like.
Freya spends a lot of time just hanging out in your pocket.
Yeah, she likes it in there when there's fighting.
Don't
when it's
forget that you
scary.
have the fly ability, by the way.
I do now that I've rested.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, so you guys rest.
Right.
All your spells come back, gain back spellburn, all that jazz.
Yay!
I need to write that down.
Do I
as,
gain back
uh,
spellburn past the day
Is fly a second level spell?
requirement?
Third.
Third?
What?
Past the day requirement.
What do you mean?
I have to. You can't regain spellburn on the
Oh,
same day.
yeah, you're
that-
fine.
You're fine as in I
You,
get back.
you get back the points.
Oh, okay, sweet.
The interdimensional travel seems to have screwed with that.
Ooh.